of the thousands, one of the stars in the sky. Lighting up all possible while I'm trying to live a life. Why this world left us broken, the world love left us cold. We've lost the meaning of loving till we're old. I'm running free while losing me. I'm seeing red, but I'm coming clean. Did you see it, or did you notice the bones inside us are slowly going? There's something wrong with our diagnosis. The thing with love is there is no time. There is no time. I'm running free while losing me. I'm seeing red, but I'm coming clean. I can always be the light of day. There's something comforting in losing it this way. I'm reminding myself sometimes of what I'm doing just makes me realize I'm just human. I'm just human. I'm running free while losing me. I'm seeing red, but I'm coming clean. One of the thousands, one of the stars in the sky. Lighting up all possible while I'm trying to live a life. Why this world left us broken, the world love left us cold. We've lost the meaning of loving till we're old. I'm seeing red, but I'm coming clean. Did you see it, or did you notice the bones inside us are slowly going? There's something wrong with our diagnosis. The thing with
Obviously, OK Impulse are really good teams. I mean, they've got Fluffy Katana, No Clip, and Obese Pancake in the side. Really, really good players. But yet again, you cannot count out Neptune. They've also got a fairly good side that's coming into this. I feel that we might actually be in for a game that actually is going to go the entire way here.
I think so as well. Maybe we even seeing up until a game 5 tonight. Both these teams are extremely strong teams. So I'm very curious to see what's going to happen here. As I have noticed that I did skip our whole intro by keeping our sounds muted. So...
Well, that's great. We were just talking to ourselves and nobody heard. I'm glad that that we have picked it up, because I think it would have been a little awkward if we had to go and cast this entire game completely muted.
Yes.
So I'm definitely looking forward to this this game here with Impulse and redNeptune. As we were saying, you know, Impulse have got a really good side. I mean, Fluffy Katana, last time I watched, he was so deadly in the midfield, and he was either able to send to the, he always had possession. He was always being aggressive. He was able to get those aerials to pass it up forward for the rest of his team. So we're going to be able to jump in and actually watch this first game, which I'm really excited for.
Yeah.
First of the best of 5.
It's a best of 5 indeed. So yes, let's see what's going to happen here between these two teams. As I see Magoo made a comeback, as he's been AFK from competitive play in a while now. As we see Beast Pancake putting up a good shot, or a good opportunity there for them. But
yeah, and Fluffy Katana, as we said, he's just keeping everything in the mid ball, you know, in the midfield. And there's a no clip, and unfortunately pinching it and going just across the goal here. And Obese Pancake completely duffs that and have a great shot, but no clip. Fantastic save. But Wachter is there to capitalize in the Batmobile, and is going to put this up 1-0 already for Neptune, and very early on as well.
Actually, in my screen, the ball did went in, and I was like, what a... Oh, it's not in, it's a save. Oh, it's goal! But great shot nonetheless.
What is it? It's a goal. Oh, wow. That seems like a bit of a fake there. No clip. He's going to be able to get it off the wall, but Fluffy Katana is going to have to get this, and he does, putting it right into the corner. But Magoo is there just to keep it again here in this midfield. And it is great, as you mentioned, to see Magoo back in action, being AFK for a little while. But yeah, let's see if he's able to add a little bit of value here to this team. Yeah, no clip with an amazing shot, but amazing save there by Magoo, and Termi just there, also just sending it upfield, trying to keep this ball clear out of their third of the field.
Yes, and you see the pressure coming in from the OK Impulse side at this stage is just keeping the ball constantly on the side of redNeptune, trying to keep the pressure up, and that might bring a goal for their side now.
Yeah, and Timmy able just to put it there to the side, just keeping it out of the goal. But the thing is, though, OK Impulse, not only are they keeping it in the half of redNeptune, but they're also just starving them of all sorts of boost. I mean, they have to just pick up these little charity pads all over the field and not actually able to get those giant containers filling up their boost completely. And no clip is going to be going here for a little bit of action, but Wachter is there to just scratch that off the checklist here, and Wachter is going to be centering this ball, but unfortunately not going to capitalize. And Katana with an amazing little shot there, quite a long range, but don't know why it wasn't defended. It seemed fairly easy to stop.
Oh, Timmy just had a
Yeah.
little bit of a jump. The issue, I think he just needed to tilt his car a bit upwards and then do the second jump, but probably worried about doing the backflip, so just did a normal jump, and unfortunately for him, getting through there.
Oh, that punch though, really, really dangerous there for OK Impulse actually, and Obese Pancake is going to try and center this, but I mean, with all those players there of redNeptune, they're just going to keep this out. And again, no clip, just keeping it here in the half of redNeptune, and no clip again. Oh, unfortunate there. Wachter, unfortunately, getting that touch. I think he was just hoping to stop it instead. But unfortunately just knocks it in there. And 2-1 here to OK Impulse.
Very quick goals here from Impulse after that second one that went in. But yeah, I think this is not showcasing everything we can see. I think this is just these teams trying to feel each other out. Oh, what a nice play there from Magoo. Just quickly being there, getting a nice little touch there to the side. He might even get to set something up here.
Unfortunately, I don't think he should get anything to set up, but OK Impulse just completely just leaving it there open. And redNeptune just unfortunately not able to capitalize on the mistakes here. And that little touch there by Wachter, unfortunately going to be saved here by Obese Pancake. And a bit of a demo there by Wachter as well. Leaving the goals open, but Fluffy Katana, brilliant defense by him there, just stopping the shot there of Magoo.
And Magoo now tried to clear it, but Wachter was unfortunately in his own way, but still managed to get it through one player. But no clip was there to do a solid defense, and now as Magoo tries to put this to the side, this is some nice play coming in from the team of redNeptune as they try to seek each other out, I see.
Yeah, Wachter here on the Batmobile, and going for the dribble, but unfortunately no clip reading him like an open book, and is able to stop it. And again, some great plays there, even though it was quite aggressive there by redNeptune. No clips, keeping cool under all the pressure, able to clear it up and actually turning into a little bit of a counter attack, but unfortunately just sending it to the right there into the corner. So unfortunately not able to capitalize, but here he is again. And going off the wall there, just trying to get the angle to nudge it in, but unfortunately not finding it. And Obese Pancake just going to absolutely destroy Wachter there. And a nice little clear here by Timmy, but Fluffy Katana is just again there, as we said, just keeping it in the half of redNeptune, applying all that pressure, and Neptune are really struggling to actually get this ball out, to gain possession and to try and actually do something at the moment.
Yeah, we can see Wachter had to go all the way to the forward boost there as Timmy accidentally flips past this one again. Nice shot coming in from Obese Pancake, but unfortunate for Timmy having a double jump and just missing that touch he wanted.
Yeah, unfortunately just missing. Obese Pancake is there to capitalize, put it right just underneath the top bar, and picking up a third goal here for OK Impulse. 55 seconds left to go.
So, safe to call this one, or do you think RN will still have something to pull back?
Man, I'm just saying, Rocket League is a strange game. You can pick up 3 goals in the space of 20 seconds, but the way that Impulse are playing with all this pressure, I really am going to struggle to see Neptune bringing this back. Don't count them out just yet, though, but with this timer just ticking down, I don't foresee them actually picking up another goal even, yet alone the 2 that they are requiring. And I think it's going to be safe to call that Impulse to take this first game, lead up in this best of 5, 1-0. But Timmy trying to get something, and Wachter with an amazing little touch there. Maybe I'm speaking a bit too soon. The commentator's curse can be quite a dangerous thing, and Wachter just proved why. Just going up, getting the deflection, and just sending Katana, unfortunately trying to get it across. You see, he was trying to actually cut the ball if it was to continue straight, but Wachter reading him as well, and just sending it to a wide there, and no clip. Just with that amazing kind of pressure, just being able to deny redNeptune, I think, of any other opportunity to bring this back. So incredibly close, but again, don't count them out just yet. Never mind. Okay. First game here for Impulse, really well played there by them. I mean, if you have a look at it, all they were doing was just applying all the pressure against redNeptune in their half the entire time, and unfortunately unable to capitalize on the there were 1 or 2 mistakes there by OK Impulse, but unfortunately redNeptune just not able to capitalize on them.
And I think the thing is that redNeptune was just playing a bit slower than they usually do, and impulse rotation was just on point. I mean, every time there was a loose ball coming forward towards their net, Fluffy Katana, mostly of the time it was Fluffy, was back to make the save and get a hard clear forward, and then No Clip and Pancake would just pick it up and continue with it and continue the pressure. So they never let that pressure come to them.
Yeah, I mean, you saw Fluffy Katana, not only was he was defending, but he was always midfield. He was always just an issue for redNeptune. And No Clip as well, playing incredibly well at the back there, being able to get the balls off the wall, being able to send them upfield. I mean, even if he wasn't able to develop something, he was always just trying to send it upfield and keep the pressure out of their half. And redNeptune, it looks like they've already started really well here, trying to apply all the pressure. Magoo's got to go up, unfortunately. Fluffy Katana there to send it out wide with an amazing little aerial touch there. And this game is already starting to size up a little bit more for redNeptune. As you said, they were playing very slowly, not like they normally do, but all of a sudden they're really playing aggressively here, keeping the ball inside. Impulse is half here, and Timmy going off the wall. They're trying to get something, and this is going to Wachter getting the pass there off by Timmy off the backboard there, and great start for redNeptune. This is exactly what they were looking for against Impulse, and they're going ahead 1-0 with only 29 seconds down.
I think that play between Timmy and Wachter just tells us how much this team can synergize if they are on point. And this is a nice shot coming from Timmy, but Pancake getting in the way of that one as No Clip now takes it forward into the offensive half for his team.
Yeah, it's going to just absorb all that boost. Fluffy Katana going up again, just keeping it into the half of redNeptune. But redNeptune have basically just adopted Impulse's form of play. They're just keeping everything as much as possible in the half of Impulse, and we can already see it. Impulse didn't really feel this pressure in the first game, and you can start seeing exactly now why. But Impulse, a few mistakes again, but Obese Pancake is there just to make sure it stays out clear and nothing there. Nobody there, at least for redNeptune, to actually capitalize.
And as you said, Magoo does take a shot there, and Wachter capitalizes on a brilliant pass coming from Magoo there. As No Clip had a little bit of a weak clear, but great read coming from Wachter, putting it past both defenders going up there.
Yeah, I must say, the Batmobile, him using it, it's very... him use it. I've always seen him use the Dominus, but to change to the Batmobile, it's actually a very difficult vehicle to handle up in the air, and unfortunately Wachter just missing out on that great angle that he had presented to him, but making the most of it. And Wachter is going to go up, unfortunately just the ball hanging up. No Clip is eventually going to get this into the midfield though.
As we see the pressure now definitely going onto Impulse's side, and definitely, as you said, redNeptune now taking up whatever they did in the first half. Oh, what a fake coming from Magoo! Does he score that? No.
Unfortunately, Magoo not able to capitalize too much there, and No Clip though is able to at least put it into the corner, and Fluffy Katana should be able to clear this up. But Wachter again all over Impulse in this second game, and it is already. And like I said, I feel that this game is actually going to go all the way through all five. A bit of miscommunication there by redNeptune. I mean, two players going up for the ball there, and No Clip with a great little pass. Off the top bar. Unfortunately, not able to capitalize, and just a little bit too hard. I think maybe just got a little bit too.
Might be as he hit the crossbar there, unfortunately for them. And now I guess a nice little shot, but a bit soft, but almost got the dunk there. As Magoo did manage to get the save. And as I was said earlier, that I think this might be Magoo's first competitive game in a while. And as we can see, he's already starting to get back in the groove, where the first game, that's why I said they might have been just feeling each other out again. And you can already see them progressing.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit of nerves or whatever, as it is. He's in a while. It's great to see him coming back here, and he's already starting to cause a lot of damage here for redNeptune, and Impulse being able to at least get this ball cleared out of the they've been under a hell of a lot of pressure here, and that little shot there by by No Clip being capitalized there by Obese Pancake, sending it a little bit to the left, but in the end, they're still being able to capitalize. So again, don't count Impulse out of this. I mean, it's only a goal in this, and there's still a minute and a half left on the clock.
Indeed, and as we said earlier, and as I say about every time I cast Rocket League, this is Rocket League. Anything can happen up until the last second.
Or even in the last second. It's pretty much until that ball touches the ground after the clock is done. Oh, I don't know what just happened there, but redNeptune just capitalizing on a free ball there. Miscommunication, I think, by Impulse, just not being able to get there. And Fluffy Katana tried to get the demo onto Timmy. I feel it was his only way because he wasn't going to get back, and unfortunately just missing. Timmy just reading him a little bit there, jumping a bit, and 3-1 here to redNeptune.
We say Timmy again almost got a shot in there as NoClip manages to get him, throw himself in, but Wachter again puts this at the par and danger for OK Impulse this time as Magoo again comes in with great pace. So synergy on the side of redNeptune really picked up from game 1, but as I say that, I'm looking forward to see Impulse getting their synergy back again in the third game, as NoClip has some great shots there.
Unfortunately, not able to get the angle that he would have liked of the rebound, and Timmy was chasing that ball upfield, but you know, Obese Pancake is there to stop it. NoClip again pushing the straight upfield. Wachter putting it into the corner, which is a great little way just to release a little bit of pressure, and Wachter is just going to thump this ball upfield, and NoClip is just going to be pushing it wide. Fluffy Katana just sending up field, but here we go. You see the Magoo. And as we said, he's starting to find his form a little bit. Timmy just maybe miscommunication again there. And Wachter is just going to be putting this one in, capitalizing on all this pressure that eventually just amounted to too much here for OK Danger Kids. And it's going to be 4-1 to redNeptune. And I think that it is safe to call this. I mean, 13 seconds left to score 3 goals. I've seen a lot of really quick goals, but I don't think I've seen 3 in 13 seconds.
Yes, indeed, and there's Obese Pancake with a bit clear to the side and hoping one of his teammates is there as NoClip might try to get the consolation goal. But let's see, it goes up. Oh, it didn't roll up as they thought. Unlucky for them.
Didn't roll up, and unfortunately, you know, Impulse just collapsing underneath all that pressure they applied by redNeptune. I mean, they basically just adopted the style of Impulse from the first game and just adapted and put it into their playstyle here for the second game. You know, just applying all that pressure, keeping it in the half of Impulse, and eventually, you know, the cracks were showing from that defense. And the scoreline pretty much proves that 4-1 to Neptune, tying up the series 1-1. So well played again there by Neptune, tying up the series 1-1. Still 3 games to go though, and I'm really looking forward to these potential next 3 games.
I can't tell you how much more I'm looking forward to a quicker paced game as well, because I just feel like once Neptune got control of the game, it felt like Impulse kind of slowed down their game. So I'm looking forward for both of them picking up the pace, and let's see if we can get a very fast-paced game in here, as this third game is underway with NoClip already putting up pressure there with a nice little aerial shot there. And is there someone to follow? No, Wachter tries to clear that out, and Magoo actually manages to get a nice clear there towards his friend.
Yeah. NoClip. Again, Impulse just flailing this ball a little bit, the control and everything. NoClip is going to go for the dribble here. Oh, unfortunately doesn't get it over Timmy though, but Obese Pancake is there, but unfortunately not able to capitalize as soon as he would have liked, and Katana does put it up, but great clearance here by Timmy again, just relieving the pressure. And it just seems like they are playing a little bit faster. I mean, what we saw, you know, last game is, as you said, was that redNeptune with all that pressure, you know, Impulse eventually just trying to slow down, and I think they just slowed down to a pace that is not their way of actually of playing, and it's showing eventually the cracks there in the defense and all. Oh, no one able to capitalize on these mistakes, and even Wachter sends it wide, and NoClip is going to just be sending this upfield, so relieving a little bit of pressure there. I think that you know, OK Impulse just need to pull themselves towards themselves here.
Yes, indeed, and now we see a little bit of play coming in here from Wachter as he tried to knock NoClip away from the ball. He knows, oh, what a touch from Magoo, actually centering that off a kind of a pin shot or whatever he made there. NoClip getting a nice long shot.
Oh! Obese Pancake going up for it, but Wachter is just able to send it out wide. And again, both these teams are just now applying the pressure onto each other. You know, putting so much pressure, keeping the ball in each other's halves. So as soon as they get hold of the ball, off either it be a poor pass or whatever the case is, as soon as they pick up that loose ball, they're just able to turn it into a counter attack. And that's really important. Magoo, though, with an amazing dribble and picks up a goal there, dribbling the entire field there. You know, no clip trying to get the demo on him, and Obese Pancake just unfortunately reading out a little bit too late, and Magoo is able to pick up an amazing dribble there, 1-0 to redNeptune.
It was a beautiful dribble and a greatly timed flick there. He knew Obese Pancake was just not enough on that, and it will hit the crossbar. Almost had the comeback goal there.
Oh, Impulse applying so much pressure, really close there, but unfortunately just the bounce of the ball and hitting the top bar just unfortunately just cancels that out completely. Obese Pancake is just going to put a little bit of pressure there. Timmy is able to clear this ball upfield though.
As we now see Wachter trying to keep the ball here in the corner, waiting for his team to set up, and this might be dangerous for them as he now tries to do a backflip, and see if he can do something with this, as all players from Neptune committed to that attack.
All players committed, and unfortunately nobody from Impulse to actually capitalize, and all of their players are again up, and they're all on the one same side of the field. So a little bit of miscommunication here, and this may actually be capitalized on. Unfortunately not. And Obese Pancake is just going to be able to thump this upfield again, just relieve that pressure. I think during these little few seconds that they have where the ball is not up, I think they really need to just, as we said, pull themselves towards themselves. They just seem to be struggling a little bit here. And as we said, the cracks are starting to show a little bit. As Fluffy Katana goes up, centers the ball, and unfortunately, you know, Obese Pancake isn't able there to capitalize, and No Clip is going to be sending this straight upfield again.
A good managed a nice catch there, though, keeping it on the offensive half for his team. As we now see the ball coming back again, as Timmy and Fluffy has a little bit of duel there. It seems Fluffy actually won that.
Yeah, winning it. Unfortunately, just sending a little right of the goal there would have been an amazing strike if he actually was able to connect that as well as he would have liked. And Magoo here going for the dribble again, but Obese Pancake stops it before it gets, you know, any more dangerous there, and he was able to at least get the block in there as well. Still just keeping all this pressure, and I think that you know, Impulse needs to continue doing exactly what they're doing here, just keeping all this pressure here on redNeptune, starving them of boost, and No Clip, oh, unfortunately not getting the touch he would have liked, and Fluffy Katana getting the touch of the crossbar. And I think that if who was in the goal there? Was it Timmy?
Timmy, it was Timmy.
If Timmy actually didn't touch it, I think it would have actually just ended up bouncing out.
I might have bounced on the line up until someone made the clear or get the goal in, but nonetheless, great placement there from the positive. I think it was Fluffy. I just caught that, yes, because hitting that crossbar just like that is brilliantly, and No Clip actually brilliantly done there. As a Beast tries to get it past one, No Clip gonna try to go for something there, but
Fluffy Katana gonna center up this ball, but it is just pinched there by Wachter away. Great little juggle pinch there, and Magoo, oh, unfortunately losing control of his car because of that touch on the ball. And No Clip again just applying all the pressure. Katana going to put it against the board, but Wachter is able to clear it, and No Clip is going to be going up for it, and oh, off the crossbar again. Katana off the crossbar as well. Unfortunately, just not finding its way lower.
How unfortunate for this team, as they put on 2 shots there right on the buzzer, but just not able to capitalize on it, as we have our first overtime here in game 3 there now.
Yep, game 3, first overtime, and as we said, just every single time 2 shots on the buzzer, on the crossbar, and then again on the crossbar. I wonder if they weren't maybe just afraid that if they put it a little bit too low, that one of the defenders from redNeptune would be able to stop it. I mean, we've been seeing how great Magoo is in the goals, and also Timmy, and how great they are in turning all their their saves into counter attacks here onto OK Impulse.
Oh, that's correct. Double commitment coming there from redNeptune seems to work out in their favor, as Magoo pisses up high right beyond a crossbar, and he actually managed the second
almost
touch.
gets that touch. he gets the second touch, but unfortunately just not as great as he would have liked it. And Wachter just deciding that his reverse gear needs to be tested out a little bit and starts trying to get something going there. Magoo is going to stop this attack here by NoClip with a great little long shot there. And Fluffy is just going to stop Magoo before he continues a little dribble. We've seen how much damage Magoo can do. Either he's putting a lot of, you know, pressure on one or two players being brought off the goals to try and stop him. And it's just stopping his before he gets, you know, any sort of attacking. But Timmy with a great save there. Ball, you see, this is what we needed to see again here from Impulse. They're doing exactly what they were doing in the first game. And there's going to be an open goal, but NoClip back in time and just sending it out wide. He is going to put this ball upfield again.
And this pressure is mounting back and forth at this stage of this game as both teams try to do something with this. And I think, as we said, like, oh, what a nice pass coming from Timmy to Magoo. And this might be an opportunity to score.
Yeah, it might be. Oh, this just seems like a bunch of failing attacks here. Just things are not going well. Either all three players are committing or nobody's committing at all. And maybe just a little bit of communication. And this might just be the reset that Impulse need just to... Oh, Wachter deciding that NoClip needs to get a little bit of a break. And Wachter just continuing with all the demos and just disturbing the defense here of OK Impulse.
Yeah, as he also went on and kicking away Pancake, and now this time there's no one there net after that pass and that block there from Wachter. And you see a bit of both teams scrambling their defense and scrambling on the offense. The pressure and the nerves coming in here, 2 minutes already in overtime, and both these teams know what's on stake. And Magoo getting the dribble, will he get the second guy? No, he did not, as a beast Pancake that is best there to save that. But as I was saying,
Fluffy Katana greatly just defending there. And just going to be able to eventually clear this. Oh, coming off the roof there, already throws off Fluffy Katana a little bit there. Oh my word, Magoo with another amazing shot there, but NoClip being able to pick up the save there, being the real savior behind, you know, behind their box there.
Brilliant defense coming in from Impulse, especially with the amount of pressure pulled. And as I was telling about the defense, Timmy comes and scores.
Timmy out of nowhere just comes from on his own goal line, able to come up rushing there and pick up the goal. And we saw the only thing he had to do, because he was already out of position there, was just disturb the defense again. Just nudge a keeper, get one of the players just, you know, disturbed so that they're actually not able to defend as well as they would have liked. And it's showing there again. I mean, just all the pressure eventually just starts to mount. And 2-1 lead here for Neptune so far.
Yeah, and definitely, as you were saying, Wachter and them being that aggressive player that they were doing there, especially here in the last bit of bumping and demoing, that might have just broken the momentum of Impulse. And I'm curious to see if Impulse is going to pull this one back, have that mentality to say, listen, we didn't lose this at all, we just got unlucky with the bump, and continue and take this game and make it into game 5. Or will redNeptune carry on with the momentum they currently have?
Yeah, they might just be able to continue with the momentum that they have and completely seal this game. NoClip, unfortunately, not getting the touch they would have liked. And again, redNeptune just applying all the pressure here onto OK Impulse. And NoClip is going to be putting this up into the corner there. Fluffy Katana there with the follow-up. And again, with another follow-up. Oh, a beast Pancake reading the play there, but unfortunately just not getting the last touch that he needed. And Timmy is going for the counter-attack. Nobody's there in goal, but Fluffy Katana does get back, and a beast Pancake is able to put it out again. But Magoo just keeping the pressure all up in the face of OK Impulse, and Impulse are really struggling there.
As you say, that Pancake comes and gets a shot on it, but Fluffy, what's his name? Not Fluffy, Fluffy made the shot. Timmy, the other way.
There's just so much action at the moment, and as we said, redNeptune, just either they keeping the ball up in OK Impulse's face, or if it is on their side, they're turning these into such counter-attacks, just like that Magoo, amazing little double flip off the wall there, just trying to get ahead, just trying to be able to get the challenge there from Impulse, but unfortunately doesn't actually get it. And this is exactly what Impulse needed, but unfortunately not able to capitalize just off the left post Lucy there by Fluffy Katana.
Cleared into the roof after almost reading the players. NoClip sets this up for his teammates, but Magoo beat everyone to that, and now again gets a nice little clear to the side, and definitely seeing NoClip playing at his utmost best at this stage of the game.
Yeah, really playing so well here. And there we go. That's exactly what Impulse needed. Was just to capitalize on that mistake there. It just looked like all three players there from redNeptune just didn't know what to do there. Trying to go for the defense there. And Fluffy Katana just able to capitalize on that. 1-0 here to Impulse. And this might just be the start of the comeback to tie up the series at 2-all.
And as we see a little bit of 3-man push there from Impulse, but NoClip quickly read that situation, went back to net, and now has the opportunity as a little block comes in from Magoo.
Yep, and Magoo again just keeping this ball out, punching it up against the backboard there, able to send it straight up field here. Magoo just applying so much pressure. Timmy, unfortunately, a little bit of the wide shot. Vakta goes for the great shot, but NoClip is able just to free it up there. Another great shot there by Cheesecake. Cheesecake? What?
Cheesecake.
I think the hunger is showing. I mean, it is quite late and I haven't been able to eat anything yet. And NoClip is going for a great little air dribble there. Unfortunately, not being able to pick up the goal there that he would have really liked. Such a great player there. It looked so beautiful. And something that's not quite going to be there for the highlight reel.
I think you can put that in the highlight reel nonetheless, as that was one brilliant play there from NoClip as he now tries to get the dunk on Vakta, but just missing out on that. This time Fluffy comes and gives a nice shot, but once again the defense of redNeptune holds.
Yeah, defense here is holding up strong. NoClip again just putting a lot of pressure, just putting on the backboard, and a little bit of miscommunication. This is that the goal is going to be open, except for NoClip, and he does get there in time to send it upfield. It just seems that he's playing with a giant here at the moment, really trying to carry his team as much as he can. I mean, everybody's putting in, but NoClip is working this game. Unfortunately, oh, the third touch there. Unfortunately, nobody able to capitalize. I don't think any player would have actually read that as a center there.
Now let's see as Fluffy Katana actually manages to get that over back to his own team and trying to set up something here as they're still leading this 1-0 and 1 minute 10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, minute 10 left on the clock, and it's only one goal in this, which is really nothing. And NoClip again. Oh, I don't know if he really wanted to do that, and this is just going to cause the retreat here by Impulse, not being able to capitalize on the shamble defense there, which was redNeptune's at that point in time.
Let's see here as this time around the defense of redNeptune might seem to crack a bit here as Timmy tries to do something, but unfortunately just missing that, and actually Impulse not able to capitalize on the mistake there.
Oh, sorry, just a little bit of a yawn there.
Cheesecakes and yawns.
I know, man. It sometimes work fatigues a man out of it, but NoClip is able there to at least stop Magoo, and Vakta's just going to go for the dribble here. Unfortunately, not able to find that last touch just to nudge it into the inside of the left post there, and it's just going to be sent out wide. And this is still very, very dangerous here for OK Impulse, and they're just going to let this ball bounce and pick up the win there, and that is tying up the series here 2-all. So a very tight series. As we said, this is going to be going the full way here.
We expected that from the start. Two brilliant teams. A couple of misses and here and there, I think, between them and in this particular match, which might have gone in, but definitely both teams, I think, found their rhythm now, and I'm looking forward to this last game as both teams know what's at stake. I mean, whichever team loses drops out of this community shield, and that denies them the auto qualification if they can't get to the winners bracket and win that.
Yeah, I mean, this is a way for them to qualify for the championship at the more or less at the end of the year, up in October. So I think players really are going to be trying their best to get there. And as we said, this is a do or die game here, where if you win, you continue further on into this losers bracket, which seems to be pretty stacked at the moment. But if they don't, I mean, this does mean that they're going to be knocked out, and I don't foresee them having a chance to qualify.
I don't think Impulse won't have the chance, I think, since they are still in the first division on the leg side. But redNeptune, I think, do still stand a chance since they're in the Prem Div. I think they might be at 5th or 4th spots.
So they will still have a chance to actually qualify. And Magoo just going to show them as to why they deserve a spot there. Putting so much pressure, again, just keeping the ball inside the half of Impulse. And this is going to be a great little touch there, but unfortunately, Timmy is there just to stop it, and no clip, just continuing to apply the pressure, trying to get the ball centered. But as I said, redNeptune, even though the ball is on their side, they pick up a great save, and they're just able to turn that split second from that save and just turn it into an immediate counter attack. And Impulse seem to be struggling against that. They seem few things, but they just seem to be shaky when it comes to the counter attack. We either just have one or two players that's just overcommitted, with a great long shot there by Obese Pancake, but a great save there by Timmy.
Timmy coming in with a great save, as you said, and now they are looking to set up something here. As you see already, Timmy going forward and Magoo already in the corner. Now Wachter gonna get a clear downfield and actually manages to get a nice setup there for Impulse.
Yeah, great little setup here for Impulse, but unfortunately not really being able to capitalize on it. And Magoo is just going to thump this upfield, put it here in the corner. Unfortunately, nobody really there to capitalize on the potential center there. And again, it just seems to be a little bit where both teams, they just seem to be a little bit shaky at the moment, where they're either overcommitting or they don't really want to commit. I think it's just a little bit of nose. I mean, this is the do or die stage here at the His Pancake is going to pick up the clear there, and no clip again with an amazing shot. Oh, just on the inside of the post, and again, just sends it wide of the left post. Unfortunately, just not being able to find the right angle to put it inside and seal the first goal. Just so close, but just so far yet again.
Yet again, as you say, 2 minutes already into this game, and no clip already being such a danger to this redNeptune side as this team of his keeps on mounting pressure, and this is an open net.
Oh, Fluffy Katana just not able to capitalize on that. I mean, it was right there, but it's fortunately just sending it to the right there. No clip is going to be there, but unfortunately just sends a little bit too far. Fluffy Katana isn't able to actually get anything done there. Magoo is just going to thump this upfield, but no clip is able there just to keep it in the half of redNeptune. Fluffy Katana as well, just keeping this pressure there. Oh, no clip, trying to find the touch that he would have liked just to get it in. But great saves here by Magoo and Timmy in the defense here.
The defense is definitely being tested from redNeptune, as this Impulse team is mounting so much pressure at this stage. And now again, you see no clip going on the air so quickly from the wall, just making sure this ball is staying on their half, out of their half.
Keeping it out of their half, and oh, Fluffy Katana again just continues to mount more pressure. Ball in the half. And all that Impulse, exactly what they are here. Just applying all this pressure and just keeping them starved of boost, and no clip with an amazing little flight there. Able to find the angle, just changing his car, getting the inverted angle there, and is going to be able to put it into the goal there. And 1-0 here to Impulse with only a minute 43. If the games continue like this, it really doesn't leave much time here for redNeptune to actually come back.
Exactly, especially if both these teams are 3-man commitment there from redNeptune. On kickoff, it's an interesting strategy to take hold of.
Yeah, and redNeptune Wachter is unfortunately not going to be able to get the touch he would have liked. Magoo is potentially trying to center this, but Fluffy Katana is just going to be putting it out wide again. And things are looking a lot better now here for Impulse. They're mounting with this pressure, and I think again I spoke too soon. Wachter just cracking the wall there a little bit. Fluffy Katana maybe just not getting the nicest of touches there to send. I think he was hoping just to be able to send a little bit more wider just to deny that angle there by Wachter. Wachter capitalizing in 1-1 Game is really, really tight here.
Definitely one of the best games I've seen, and lots of pressure between these two teams. The Beast Pancake now takes it up high. No Clip getting that second touch. Oh, and they almost made it. Still a fallout possible.
So much pressure here. Katana, unfortunately, going with a panic flip there. And not able to capitalize. Wachter absolutely destroys a Beast Pancake. But Katana is going to be just sending this straight up field again. It is a little bit of a center there. But Magoo doing some work in the air, keeping the ball out of their half. And Katana has also just decided that, nope, the ball needs to stay there. He continues to do it. No Clip, also, same mentality. Just keeping it up here. Sends it out into the center. Katana not able to capitalize. A Beast Pancake goes with the shot, but Wachter is able to stop it. And unfortunately, No Clip is back there for Impulse. And unfortunately, just not able to touch it to actually center it up again.
The defense of redNeptune is really getting tested this game. I think this is definitely a game that can go either way, as there's 10 seconds left, as No Clip gets rid of Wachter. Try to get that one man down. Will this be something here? But Timmy manages actually to save that. Now overtime, gun 5.
Overtime for the 5th game. This is there's quite a lot to play on the line, and this is just golden goal. The first person to pick up a goal here is going to just win. And I don't think of a much more fitting way to end this this 5-game series, which has been incredibly tight.
As Timmy actually gets the ball out to the offensive half, will he make something with this as he gets the center pass? But No Clip once again.
No Clip just deciding that this ball needs to stay in your half, sends it straight upfield, and again just starving the boost here of going to be able to. Oh, a Beast Pancake just thumping up Neptune a little bit upfield there. Timmy is here with an amazing little setup, but No Clip is there to just send it away. Again, just playing so well, and there is a little bit of an open goal, and No Clip is going to seal this here. Game, set, and match for OK Impulse. Amazing little clear out there by No Clip. Sees the goals are open. Wachter, unfortunately, just getting boosted, isn't able to get there. And great shot there, and that is going to seal it here for Impulse. Winning and proceeding further in this lower bracket, picking up the series 3-2.
What a great goal coming in there from Impulse. No Clip. That shot was so hard, especially coming from halfway of the field. And I mean, there was no chance Timmy could get back in time for that. But regardless of that, redNeptune played extremely well during this series.
Yeah, I mean, let's have a look here. I mean, just in the score in this last game, No Clip, you know, with a big backpack on his back there with all those points as candy and carrying it around. 430 points, 2 shots, you know, 2 goals and 5 shots. That is an insane amount of pressure. Impulse, 10 shots. It just shows you the amount of pressure that they were applying there on redNeptune. As much as Neptune had only 2 shots, they were capitalized on 1. But I mean, 6 saves as well. It just shows you the amount of pressure that Impulse was putting onto redNeptune, sitting in their half. And unfortunately, Neptune eventually just had to crack under that amount of pressure. And Impulse capitalizing and taking the game, and well played there. Proceed a little bit further into this winner's bracket, or loser's bracket at least.
Indeed. But yeah, nonetheless, as we said, Impulse piling on the pressure, and basically every game they won, they had so much pressure on Neptune. As I said in this last game, the defense being tested so hard, and just eventually cracked. So.
Yep, eventually cracked. That was pretty much the whole thing there. Was the first game, Impulse just applied so much pressure. The next game, you know, where they just seemed to slow down a little bit, and redNeptune just basically turned on the NOS, applied all the pressure. They basically just took the same game style as Impulse from the first game and just applied that back onto them. And as you mentioned as well, they just seemed to slow down their normal style of play, which didn't really suit them. And that is basically why redNeptune was able to capitalize and pick up the win there. Going into the third game where Neptune won again, they were just applying all their pressure. The main thing about this was that each team, depending on the game, was either in their opponent's half the entire time, or they were starving the boost. They had good rotations. There was always somebody there to capitalize on a clearance, just to continue applying pressure. I mean, if that ball is always in your half and the whole thing that you're trying to do for a whole minute is just to try and clear, you don't have any boost, you're trying to pick up the few charity pads that are around to generate something so you can at least get it fairly deep to relieve that pressure, and that's not happening, it eventually at some stage it will crack.
That's exactly what happened against the redNeptune games. So
Yeah.
yeah, brilliantly played.
I mean, resilience from redNeptune was amazing. I mean, a really great side, a really good bunch of players, and unfortunately, just that last shot there by NoClip, being able just to send it a little bit, you know, really just too fast for Vach to actually get back there to save. Unfortunate there, but really well played by Impulse, and they're going to proceed a little bit further into this lower losers bracket.
And that concludes the series for tonight. Thank you everybody in chat for watching and commentating and whatever you were doing there in the chats. Someone was yelling Pingu Santa is here or something like that as well for you. So
yeah.
You got some fan base here as well, Penguin.
Woo! Fans, shout out to Santa for coming past and watching. Just remember that I've been a good boy this year so far. And currently, I would like a better rank in Rocket League, please. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining myself and Alf here in this this amazing little bit of Rocket League extraordinaire that we were able to present to you guys. And there should be a lot more in the very near future, Alf.
Indeed, I think Wednesday is the next one, and then we got one more loser bracket finals, and then winner bracket finals to go on this Community Cup, and then the GSC or whatever's up in October. So still quite a few cups to come and a lot more casting to do.
A lot of casting, a lot of good Rocket League, and if it was anything like tonight, we are in for an insane amount of amazing games coming up. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here tonight. We'll see you guys in the very near future, and this will be Penguin signing off.
And Alf Zeta also signing off.